Hello and welcome back to Humans in 5.
We all have some insecurities about the way we look. Whether you think your nose is too big or you wish you had smaller shoulders or longer legs, the ways our bodies look has a close relationship with our overall happiness. But can we quantify how some part of our body affects our happiness in any real way?
Janet Lever and her colleagues from California State University, the University of California, and the Center for Culture, Brain and Development wanted to find out how satisfied women were with one component of their looks, their height. Research on the biology of height shows that about 80% of our height is inherited from our parents. The remaining 20% of our adult height is shaped by our environment, including how we respond to disease and our diets.
Lever and her colleagues wanted to look at how tall women felt about their heights in particular. In the United States, it's not uncommon for girls to receive hormone treatments when they're children to control their growth in height, specifically to suppress girls from growing too tall. Lever and colleagues explain that doctors do this as a way of balancing possible psychosocial issues with being a tall woman. For example, tall women are often perceived as being more dominant in conversation and challenge gender role expectations.
To find out whether women were happy with adult height, the researchers put out an online survey asking women how happy they were with their height alongside some other factors about their body size and shape. About 60,000 women responded. Women felt the most positive about their height if they were between 5'7" and 5'11". More than 6 in 10 women who were 6'1" to 6'3" were content with their height, whilst about 4 in 10 of women who were 5'4" or shorter were also happy with their height. Women who were between 5'6" and 5'8" wanted to be taller, and those who were between 5'10" and 6'3" wanted to be shorter.
Wanting to get a little more context, one Reddit user put together some more data from the paper comparing height satisfaction among men and women. The graph shows that men surveyed wanted to be taller when they were under 6 feet, but shorter if they were over 6'4". It looks like height is something we can all feel a little insecure about.
Coming back to the issue of treating growth in height with medication, it turns out that that procedure isn't all good. There are some associated health issues with growth-suppressing treatments in women. Fertility issues later in life, as well as weight gain, were some of the problems that arise when we tinker with height.
Other studies have shown that there isn't always a clear-cut link between being a tall woman and being unhappy with it. One study found that 83% of women who received hormone treatment to suppress their height were happy with that, and 92% of women who received no treatment were happy with their height too.
Being insecure about being tall or being short is one of the many issues we have about our looks. This study shows us that a lot of these issues are closely tied with the social components of height and how we're perceived by others when we're short or tall. There are very few medical issues associated with variations in height on their own, so clearly the unhappiness we experience isn't happening here, but here.
We hope this episode won't have you telling any more tall tales about your height, and we hope to help you love yourself a little bit more, no matter how tall you are.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!